Hello everyone. Welcome to online edu classes of Brilliant Public School by Kailash Kumar sir. Today in this video we are going to study another new chapter of class 6 English unit 6 section 1. The topic is Lob's Girl and it is written by Joan Aiken and this is the first part of our video. Children, this is very interesting chapter, so I hope you all will watch this video very carefully. So let's continue. Let us first see about the author, Joan Delano Aiken. She was born in the year 1924 and died in the year 2004. She was born in England into a literary family. She was an English writer specializing in supernatural fiction and children's alternative history novels. Supernatural fiction means such fiction or such story related to some force which is believed to be beyond scientific understanding or the laws of nature, such as ghosts or spirits. Her father was the poet and writer Conrad Aiken, and her siblings means brothers and sisters, the novelists Jane Aiken Hodge and Joan Aiken. Aiken began writing at the age of 5 and first collection of stories was published in 1953. She was awarded an MBE for her contributions to children's literature. Right children? So let's continue with our story. In the short story Lob's Girl, a girl named Sandy and her dog named Lob create an emotional bond that provides the will to survive, the will to live the life again. The story follows a chronological sequence. Chronological means record of events or the order in which they occurred in the story. So, this story follows such a record of events or sequence from the time Sandy and Lob first met and how they strengthen their bond. Bond means a strong connection through life events to the culminating accident. Culminating accident means such a fatal accident in which a person reaches to the final stage of life and death. It is very impossible for any person to regain or reattain life after such an accident. So, such accident was met by Lob and Sandy, where Sandy is seriously injured and Lob helps to revive or regain or to reattain its life, her in the most mysterious manner, most strange manner. The main character is a young girl named Sandy Pengilly who lives with her father Bert and mother Jean and her three siblings Dawn, Tim and Tess. So here we have got the introduction of this chapter, that what actually we are going to study in this story. And we also got the main characters of the story and the other characters. So let's continue. Lob's Girl. Some people choose their dogs, and some dogs choose their people. The Pengilly family had no say in choosing of Lob. It began on the beach the summer when Sandy was 5, Dawn, her brother, was 12, and the twins were 3. Sandy was short for Alexandra. On this summer day, she was lying peacefully reading a comic. So, this is the plot of the story. In the beginning, it occurred during summer days when Sandy was 5 years old and her brother, who was elder than Sandy, was 12 years old, and the twins were 3. Sandy was short for Alexandra, and this happened during the summer day when she was lying peacefully reading a comic, as you can see in the image here. And Father Bert Pengilly and Dawn were up on the hard, painting the bottom boards of the boat in which father went fishing. So the father Bird and the elder brother Don, they both were busy in painting the bottom side of the boat in which father used to go for fishing. And mother Jean Pengeli was making puddings. Puddings means sweet dish served after the main course of meal. Little they guess how soon this state of things would be changed by the large new member who was going to erupt into their midst. And no one was aware about this new guest or the new member who was going to enter into this family. Sandy rolled onto her back to make sure that the twins were not climbing on slippery rocks. As these two twins, means these two brothers and sisters, were so young that Sandy has to take care for them so that they should not climb over the slippery rocks because it was very dangerous. They may fall from there. At the same moment, a large body struck her forcibly in the midriff. Midriff is the region between the chest and the waist. And Sandy was covered by flying sand. So, what happened here? When she turned to look after the twins, at the same moment, a large body struck her. A large body suddenly came just behind her, forcibly in the midriff, and she was covered with the flying sand. Instinctively, instinctively means without conscious thought, without understanding anything, she shut her eyes and felt the sand being wiped off her face by something that seemed like a warm, rough, damp flannel. And the moment when she closed her eyes, she felt that the sand particles or the dust particles which was there on her face was being wiped off, being cleaned off by uh, a warm, rough, damp flannel. Damp means slightly wet, and flannel means a kind of soft woven fabric. She felt it as a soft woven fabric and which was slightly wet. So that thing was cleaning its face. When she opened her eyes and looked, it was a tongue. Its owner was a large and bouncy young Alsatian. Alsatian means a native or inhabitant of Alsace, which is also called Alsatia, also called Alsatian dog or German Shepherd. So its owner was a large and bouncy young Alsatian or German Shepherd with topaz eyes, black tipped prick ears, a thick soft coat, and a bushy black tipped tail. So here is the description of that dog, German Shepherd, that how it looked like. So that dog came there and wiped off the sand which was there on Sandy's face. Lob! Shouted a man. Lob, come here. His owner, a grey haired man with a limp. Limp means walk with difficulty, or typically because of a damaged or stiff leg or foot, or maybe he was too old, that's why he was walking with very great difficulty. Walked over as quickly as he could and seized him by the collar. Seized means take hold of suddenly and forcibly. So that haired old man, he came immediately and he seized the lob, that dog German Shepherd, by his collar. I hope he didn't give you a fright. Fright means a sudden intense feeling of fear. So that grey-haired man asked Sandy that I hope he didn't give you a fright. The man said to Sandy, he meant it in play. He's only young. So he also told the further description about that dog that he is only young now. He meant it, he did that just to play with you. Oh no, I think he's beautiful, said Sandy. She picked up a bit of driftwood. Driftwood means pieces of wood which are floating on the sea or have been washed ashore. As you can see in the image here, a piece of wood have been washed off by the water of the ocean or the river. So she picked up a bit of such kind of floating wood and she threw it. Lob went after it like a sand colored bullet and came back with the stick and gave it to Sandy. The moment when Sandy threw that stick, immediately Lob went like a bullet, a sand colored bullet, and he came back with the same stick and gave it to Sandy. Oh wow, how quick that dog was. For Sandy too, it was love at first sight. So, for Sandy as well as for the Lob, that dog, German Shepherd, it was love at first sight. They both liked each other very much at the first sight itself. And when she and the twins joined father and Don to go home for tea, they cast many a backward glance at Lob being led away by his master. So, when they were about to return home back, this girl, Sandy, and the twins, they both turned again and again backward to have a glance at Lob being led away by his master. I wish we could play with him every day, Tess sighed. So, Tess wished that we could play with him every day. Why can't we? Said Tim. And Tim said that why can't we not play with him? We can daily play with him. Sandy explained, because Mr. Dodsworth, who owns him, is from Liverpool and he is only staying at the Fisherman's Arms till Saturday. Oh, so this was the situation there, that the owner, Mr. Dodsworth, he was living there in the Fisherman's Arms till Saturday only, and he was supposed to go to Liverpool. It was a Cornish fishing village where the Pengelly family lived, with rocks and cliffs. Cliffs are the vertical rocks, and a strip of beach and a little round harbour. Harbour is a place or shelter for ships and boats, and palm trees growing in the gardens of the little whitewashed stone houses. So, this is the very beautiful natural scenic beauty where these or this family used to stay or live. The village was approached by a narrow, steep, twisting hill road. Narrow means very less space to move around, and guarded by a notice that said, low gear for 1.5 miles, dangerous to cyclists. As you can see this image, what is written here, to cyclists this hill is dangerous. So this type of warning or caution was mentioned there, that you should low down your gear at least for 1.5 miles because it is very dangerous to cyclists. The Pengelly children went home thinking they had seen the last of Lob, but they were much mistaken. The whole family was playing cards by the fire in front room after supper when there was a loud thump and a crash of china in the kitchen. China here means bone china plates or such plates which are made in China. So, when they were playing cards after having their dinner or their supper, there was a loud thump, there was a loud sound and a crash of such type of plates, china plates in. So, when the mother heard the sound of the breaking of the china plates, she exclaimed Jean and ran out by saying, my Christmas puddings! It was Lob who had bounced in through the open kitchen window. Lob stood on his hind legs and plastered Sandy's face with licks. So, when they came to kitchen, they saw that Lob has entered their kitchen from the window, and it was standing on its hind legs, means the back legs, and it started plastering Sandy's face with licks. Then he did the same for the twins, who shrieked with joy. And he also did the same thing for the other two children, the twins. And they both were too much happy by getting such a lick or such a love from the dog. Where does this friend of yours come from? Inquired Mr. Pengili. Now Mr. Pengili was too much annoyed by this incident, and he asked the children, "Where does this friend of yours come from?" "He is staying at the Fisherman's Arms. I mean, his owner is." The children, especially Sandy, replied to his father that he is staying at the Fisherman's Arms. Means his owner is actually staying there in the Fisherman's Arms. Now his father is asking Sandy, "Then he must go back there. Find a bit of string, Sandy, tied to his collar." Then father is giving order to Sandy that the dog must immediately at the same moment should return back to its home. Find a bit of string, get a bit of string, a rope, and tie to his collar and leave him back there. "I wonder how he found his way here," Mrs. Pengili said. Now Mrs. Pengili asked that, I think that how he found his way here." Sandy explained about their afternoon's game on the beach. Lob's owner thanked Mr. Pengili for bringing him back. Now Sandy explained the whole incident, what happened in the afternoon while they were playing in the beach. Lob's owner thanked Mr. Pengili that they returned Lob back to him. Jean Pengili warned the children that they had better not encourage Lob anymore. Now finally, Jean Pengili warned the children that they should not encourage Lob, that he should come again in their family without the information to his owner. This much in this video, children. I hope you all have enjoyed till this much in the first video, first part, and the remaining things of the chapter we will continue in the next two parts. So thank you all. Have a blessed day.